was so hot everywhere else. It's fucking cold. I like it. Listen, it was one show that was so hot that like my wig can start. You know the rest of that sentence. It was bad. Welcome to Q&A. I'm gonna answer some questions, and then I don't know if I feel like I have to go through safety precautions tonight because y'all too cold to pass out. Yeah, I'm worried about the hot places. Okay, the first question says, can we expect to see you doing more acting? I'm gonna be real, I didn't like acting. It wasn't my favorite. I prefer to be behind the camera. But I guess if it was the right thing that was less serious and more fun, I think I would do it if it was strictly funny. But something about acting on camera being serious, I can't take myself serious for long enough, so it's a little hard for me. What's the most important part of creating a new tour to you? I think it's the challenge of keeping the things that my supporters and my audience want to see from me versus also adding new elements that surprise people, because people come to a lot of the tours. There's been people who have been seeing me on stage since I first went on my first tour. So it's that challenge of having to marry the classic, what does it feel like at a Kehlani concert, and also in putting the new feel of whatever the music is. I'm so sorry. Your song, When He's Not There, is what I'm currently going through. Any advice you would give? Are you he? Or are you there when he's not there? You don't have to bust yourself out, but I guess I will give the song is not a true story, so like I don't have advice. If you're going over there when he's not there, sit your trifling ass down. Find something safe to do. If you got a girl coming over, freaking your girl while you're not there, sir, let her go, free her. She's gay. End it now. Someone asked me, how did the horse really taste? It was banging. Okay, so my security is Tongan, and it's like a delicacy for them to make horse, and I was nervous, but it was fantastic. And I'm not one to like judge or frown upon or be scared of other people's traditions, and they really prepared me for it to be banging, and it was banging. And then I made everybody else that was scared try it, and it was banging, so. I would eat it again, absolutely. Who's your favorite character on Bridgerton? I had a crush on the main girl from not this season, but the last one, the Indian one.
Kate.
Both the sisters was fine, I don't know. Usually that ends up being my favorite character if I think they're fine, so. And I liked, what's her name, until she started getting annoying to me. The one that writes the paper. She started getting on my nerves. Yeah, but I liked her at first. On days you don't feel the most confident, what do you do? I let myself feel it, and then I remind myself that it's an inner thing, it's not an outer thing, and usually I haven't done something like a self-care day or self-care hour or something in like a while, so I take time to like slowly appreciate myself and thank my body for being capable and thank my mind for being capable, and more so approach it from a gratitude aspect of the fact that I wake up and get to live every day versus like dependent on, any external validation. Taurus to Taurus, what's your favorite thing to eat and when can I make it for you? Girl, you can make pho? Let me find out. I don't know who asked me that, but that's my favorite. How did you come up with your verse on the Kehlani song? I actually had 2 verses. And the first verse was way too wordy. Like it was basically a bunch of me flexing about a whole bunch of shit I've done in my career. And I was like, people are not gonna sing this because it's too personal. It's just me being like, and I did this, and I did this, and yeah, because I did this. And then it was too much. So I went back and I recorded a second one that was a little simpler and easier. And I'm glad I picked that one because now a bunch of people can sing it and it felt like a bad bitch, Greatest advice for living your best life. I think you just really gotta not give a fuck. It's like such a deep Like, I think we make that statement really lightly and like loosely, but like not giving a fuck for real in like a wholesome, it doesn't hurt other people kind of way is super important, and it's deep. It goes into like everything you do. But I used to give so much of a fuck, like the world and people and the fear of like the response or the critique, because I've been in the spotlight since I was literally a teenager. Used to run me. Like, before I decided to do anything, I'd be like, well, what if this comes out? Or like, how will people respond? Or what is this? So I freed myself the moment I really was like, I have to not give a fuck for the sake of my health. Like, I will not survive if I continue to give this much of a fuck. So yeah, that's that. Will you please play Valentine's Day on stage? No. That was exactly for what it was. It was on the internet. That'd be mad weird to play on stage. I wouldn't even know how to approach that. Did you think after creating You Should Be Here, the mixtape, that your career would be where it was today? Why or why not? I learned very quickly, especially after my career kind of collapsed for the very first time, after I was like on a TV show when I was a teenager, and then it was like really crazy, and then it completely disappeared because I went back to high school and like things got really normal and I got a regular job. So when my career kind of like had this second rebirth and this other opportunity to become what it is today, I reapproached it with no expectations ever, because I was a teenager when I got my heart broken by the industry for the first time. So when I reapproached it, I was like, just take everything with gratitude, and whatever happens, happens. So I never really thought I'd be here. I never thought I'd be playing venues this size. I expected to be playing like little theaters for the rest of my life and just like having this core fan base. But I'm really excited that this core fan base has grown in a way where it isn't dependent on these huge spikes of things. Like, regardless, every single tour, things get bigger and the projects change and you guys are still here, and I'm really grateful for that, because that's not guaranteed. They loud as shit, Milo, huh? What's your love language? Physical touch. Sorry, that was funny? Oh my God.
That was great.
Physical touch and acts of service. Yeah. Would you ever go on Hot Ones? You know what's really funny? I was supposed to, but it was during the pandemic, and so they sent everything to my house so that I could do it online on like the computer. But I really didn't want that to be my Hot Ones experience, because it just felt like it got robbed. But then I had all this hot ass hot sauce sitting at my house. So one night we did fake Hot Ones at my house for me and all my siblings. And when I tell you, instant regrets. I love spicy shit. Everything I eat is the spiciest I could possibly take it. I'm the one at the restaurant that's like, how spicy is the most spicy? And they're like, you'll cry. And I'm like, all right, give it to me. And it's not spicy. But that shit, the hottest one, I went like this. Died. It was terrible. How far into the crowd can you see? Oof. Not far. It's because the lights, you know. I can see all of where you guys are. I can see maybe spurts of moments back there, but like once you get back there, I don't have a fuck clue what's going on. And my manager watches the show from the back every time. He was like, they was so lit back here. And I was like, I don't have a fucking clue. What goes through your mind when you're locking eyes on your suicide victim? I'm like, don't let your lazy eye get lazy. Don't go cross-eyed. Be careful if someone's filming this close to your face, because you're gonna look nuts. I hope my wig didn't move. Don't laugh. Try to look at a couple other people. There's so many thoughts going through my head. I'm being very unserious when I'm doing that, and everybody's being so dead ass, and I think it's the greatest shit in the world. Have you ever been on stage and had to use the bathroom really bad? These ones are funny. Yeah, but sometimes I take me having to pee right before I go on as a sign of good luck. That's like a thing with me and the dancers. Like, we're always like, okay, we peed, but like something about me having to pee right before I go on, like, I don't know, the show be better. When going back home, what is a comfort meal you share with friends and family? I really do just go get pho down the street from my crib with my friends. Like, that's my comfort meal. It'll always be my comfort meal. I'm a soup girly, like pho and ramen and all that shit. Like, I eat it probably like 5 times a week, I won't lie. What's a song or album you created that you feel is deeply misunderstood, and what's the meaning you were trying to convey? Honestly, Crash. I just really didn't want to make the same album again or the same mixtape. And I seen how that's worked for me in the past. I made While We Wait 2 and everybody was like, this is what we wanted to hear. And I'm like, I could do that in my sleep because I've made four projects that sound exactly like this. And for Crash, it was something that made me really excited. And it was songs that I wanted to branch out and do and feelings and thoughts that I wanted to put together. And it wasn't received in the way that we intended for it to be received, but we were really excited about it, me and my team and the people I make music with. And that was cool for me to say that I didn't fold to the pressures of like what everybody else wants me to do as an artist. This shit finna fly away. What's the best place you've ever been and why? Brazil. Oh my God, I love Brazil. Everybody's so fine, and everybody's so happy and nice, and just like maybe it's the amount of sun and like the massive access to like the beach and water and like clean food and good air, but like they're so fucking happy, and all of their superstars are like gay and trans. Like I don't know if you guys know that, but like all of the biggest artists in Brazil are like out gay and trans. Like they have this one artist who's literally like, he'll get on stage like the baddest bitch you ever seen in your life, and the next day get on stage like the finest man you ever seen in your life, and like literally he's the biggest artist. And it's my favorite thing. And like their biggest female artist is openly married to her dancer who's a woman, and there's no disconnect in how big they've been able to create their audience based on their sexuality. And they're bigger than all the straight people in Brazil, so that's my shit. Okay, typically now, I would go over safety precautions where I tell y'all to drink water so y'all don't pass out. I still want y'all to drink water because that's important, but like it's cold, so I really want y'all to drink something that'll make you warm. Maybe if they have like a little beer or something, you know. I'm not telling y'all to get drunk, but like stay warm, you know. Something light, you know. I'm not sure I'm really allowed to endorse this, but like go get warm. I'm gonna be on stage like this. But have fun tonight, y'all. It's a long show. I love Anicia. I love Flo. Literally, this is the last of 3 shows. We're really appreciative. I'm really happy to be here. I can't believe I'm playing this big of a venue in fucking Phoenix. I remember I played a show where I was like on some revolving stage in a little tiny club. Were you there? Do you remember that? What the fuck was that? I was having the hardest time like running back from each side. Like, no, wait, yo. That was crazy. I was fine. Thank you. Thank you. But have fun. Y'all mean a lot to me. Again, I'm grateful. We 3 shows out. And just have fun. That's all y'all gotta do. Just have fun for me tonight. Bye, y'all.